Alright guys, so today I'm going to show you the settings I use to export my videos for Instagram, and I'm also giving away the presets that I use for these exports for free, so let's get into the video. Alright guys, Neil from Neil Collins Recording. Welcome to my channel if you're new, welcome back to my channel if you're not. Either way, really appreciate you tuning into this video. If you do like this video today, please give it a thumbs up, leave a comment below. If you're not already, please consider subscribing to the channel and hit that notification bell so I can let you know when new content is released. But let's get into today's video. So I'm going to show you the settings that I use to export my videos in Premiere Pro for Instagram. So this is for the main grid, not stories or reels or IGTV. This is the actual grid itself. I'm going to show you how to export them in horizontal, vertical and square. So you've got it all covered, whichever format you want to use. I'm also going to leave a link in the description to free presets that you can just download for free and import into your session, so you can just use them straight away with this video if you want, or afterwards. You don't have to download the presets. I'm going to go through all the settings anyway, but obviously if you've got the presets, they're free, all the settings are already there. Just import them into Premiere Pro and you can use them, follow along with the video, nice and easy. So first things first, these are the settings that I've found work best, and this is through advice from other videographers, trial and error, and basically using Instagram for a while now. So let's just jump into Premiere Pro and I'll go through the settings. Here we are in Premiere Pro. I've got this short clip from a styled shoot that I did for my wedding videography business with one half of the lovely Robertson couple. It does help that she was an amazing model on this shoot. But anyway, so we've got the clip here. So this is a standard 1920 by 1080 video. So if you're wanting to export onto your grid in Instagram, but you want it to stay in this horizontal format, then this is how you would export it. So you would Control M, or you would go to File, Export, Media. Okay, and it will bring up your export screen. When you open it, in the preset column, you're going to have the match source high bitrate. So once you've downloaded and saved my presets in the link below, you'll go to this import preset icon here, find where you keep your presets, and then just open the preset in your export screen. I've already got the presets here. You're going to choose horizontal export. What this does, it will give you the same ratio, 16:9 video. As you can see, for the width and height, we've now got a 640 by 360 instead of a 1920 by 1080. You could just import your 1920 by 1080 video into Instagram and it'll work fine, but what Instagram will do is, because it needs to make the file smaller, because Instagram still has ridiculously small file sizes, it will use its own compression to compress the hell out of your video, and it will introduce its own weird artifacts into your film. So you're better off doing it yourself, downsizing it yourself, so that when it gets to Instagram, that's all been done for them, so it doesn't have to mess with your film too much. So you will just have to make your files smaller. So we've got 640 by 360. Your profile, you're going to switch to main. It'll probably be on high. Switch that to main, and your level will be 3.1. So your bitrate settings, you're going to change that to 3 as your target and 4 as your maximum. Instagram videos usually play at around 3 megabytes per second. So 3 with a maximum of 4 will get you covered. Make sure the render at maximum depth icon is clicked on. Use maximum render quality is clicked on. In the audio section, you want to change your sample rate to 44.1 or 44,100 Hertz. That's the maximum that it's going to play on Instagram. You also want to change it to mono, and you want to change the bitrate to 160, because again, that's the maximum that it's going to play on Instagram. So they're all the settings you need to change, and then you're going to go to output. Now I've already exported this, but then you go to export. Okay, the only other thing you're going to change on video is where it says bitrate encoding, is you're going to change that to VBR 2 pass. It'll probably be set at 1 pass. 2 pass just means it basically exports the video twice so that you get the best possible quality. Once all that's been done, you'll just go to export and it'll export out your video, or you get a queue and it'll do it via media encoder and you can get on with something else. But your files are going to be quite small anyway, so just doing a straight export will probably work fine for this. So if you have got a vertical video that's over a minute long and you want it to play in the best resolution possible, I would recommend using IGTV. There's a video on it here with the export settings that you should use, because you can play them back at a slightly higher resolution on IGTV, and it'll let you play the full length video, and you'll be able to tilt your phone to see it in full horizontal. So that's our horizontal file done. Okay, so say you want a square video. We're going to go to File, New, Sequence, and in the settings we're going to change this sequence frame size to 1080 by 1080. We're going to call the sequence 1080 by 1080, and then we're just going to drag our clip onto this sequence, and we're going to keep existing settings because we want the settings that we've just set up for this sequence. Okay, so we'll just make the clip a little bit bigger, plus on our keyboard. So now we've got a square clip ready to import. It's already positioned quite nicely, but if you wanted to move it left or right, you just go to your position tools and just move it left or right. And then we're ready to export the square file. So Control M or File, Export Media. So what we're going to do now is we're going to find the square preset. So we're going to go to our presets or import the preset from where it's saved, and we're going to choose the square export. Okay, and as you can see, it's now brought in all these settings for a square export. Now what it's changed is it's changed it to 640 by 640 instead of 1080 by 1080. And all the other settings will be the same as what I just showed you for the last video. Profile main, level 3.1, 2 pass, target bitrate 3, maximum bitrate 4, and all the audio settings will have changed to 44.1. Bitrate settings 160. Go back to the video. So the square file is ready to export. So again, you click on output name, you go to where you want to export it to, and export the video or send it to media encoder to export, and that'll export the square version of the video. Now I've already done that, so we're going to move on to the last one. So say you wanted to export the video and get as much real estate on the grid as possible, so you're going to use a vertical video. It's not the same vertical video as Instagram and Reels, but you can see a video on Instagram and Reels vertical video exports here, but this is the vertical video on the main grid, which is 1080 by 1350. It's vertical but not full screen vertical. Okay, so what we would do is we would go to File, New, Sequence. Going to go to our settings, and we're going to choose 1080 by 1350. Okay, and we'll call that sequence 1080 by 1350. Okay, we're going to drag our clip onto the timeline, and again we're going to keep existing settings because we want the settings that we've just set up. Now we are going to need to do a bit of tweaking because we need to get rid of the empty spaces in the top and the bottom. So we're just going to scale it up until it fills the whole screen. So scale, go to our scale, and we'll just scale it to, I think it's about 128, but let's go 130, okay? Just to be sure. Then you just move it left, right to position it wherever you want to position it. Don't worry about scaling up because we're downsizing, so we've got room to maneuver with that. So it's not going to lose any resolution in that respect. So then we're going to go to Control M or File, Export Media. And again, if you haven't already, you're going to import the preset. But if we've already got the preset, then you're going to go to your preset. Here it's the Instagram vertical export, and it's created a vertical export screen for us. And what it's done is we've now got a width of 640 by 800 in height. Okay, instead of 1080 by 1350, it's 640 by 800. All these settings are again the same. We've got a profile main, level 3.1, 2 pass, target bitrate 3, maximum bitrate 4, and all the audio settings will be as they should be for the export of this video. And then you would again click on output name, go to where you want to export your video to, click export, bang, there you go, or queue to put it in a media encoder queue. And that's it. And then you would import your files into Instagram. If you've got a Mac and an iPhone, I would recommend using AirDrop to airdrop it from your Mac to your iPhone. It's just really quick and easy. Then you would export either your horizontal, square or vertical video to Instagram, and it will play on Instagram in a nice resolution, the maximum resolution that Instagram can play, but without it having to use all its nasty compression on your video. These are my recommendations. Other people will use different settings, but this is how I would do mine. Download the presets for free in the link below and let me know how you get on. So that's it for this one. I really hope you found it useful. If you have, please do give it a thumbs up. Leave me a comment below. Let me know if these presets work for you. It'd be great to hear some feedback from some of you, so please do let me know below. If you haven't already, please do consider subscribing to the channel and hit that notification bell so I can let you know when new content is released. Releasing content on a Monday and Thursday at the moment. Audio and visual gear reviews, editing tutorials, drone tutorials, filmmaking tutorials, all that sort of thing. So please do consider subscribing to the channel and hitting that notification bell. If you're already subscribed, appreciate you. Make sure that notification bell's turned on so I can let you know when new content comes out. That's it for this one. Catch you in the next one.